resources to the land use. North Canada is home to the vast expanses of for real forest, which across Canada and cover 3.2 million square kilometers. And the Canada oil sands deposit lie under approximately 0.14 square kilometers of this west, and about 4,802 square kilometers, or about 3% of this area, contain mineable deposits. And the oil sands mining require cleaning the land and also need creating large tailing ponds to contain the tailing. And just less than 3% of oil sands area is shallow enough to be mined from the surface. So that means if you want to get oil, you need just most of it, just not from. So you need to dig the land. So you need to cut the trees, because most of the oil sand is under the forest. So if you want to get oil, yes, first you want to plant the trees and damage the land. So I think I know it is benefit for the economy. You can get the money, but the thing about you get the oil, but how you can in a short time and you can plant a lot of trees. You already damage the environment. How you can fix it in a short time? I think most of Chinese students come from China. Think about China. A lot of people, yeah, they get the money. Like the Shanxi province. It's very famous. Because it's rich of sources like the mining. A lot of people get the money. Think about just a few people that get money. Most of people, they are normal people. They just want to support the family. They just want to get a good job and hope they have a baby and a beautiful future. If you damage the environment, think about the next generation. I think my major is the environment. Our professor always told what is dig where we stand. We cannot just think about what will happen this generation. We cannot cope out, because we will think about for our children. This is the environment. Think about like the animal, like the water. Yes, I think yes, maybe something happened in the past, but I think if you never use the oil sand, I think the environment will be better.
Because you said that's your opinion, but according to Process Radio, yes, but according to Process Radio, and the majority, 71% of Canadians think it is possible to have strong oil and gas industry while at the same time protecting the environment. Slightly over half said Alberta oil sands have been good for Canada overall. That's majority people think.
Because the government didn't tell the people a good message, the right message.
The same.
Dr. Blake, in research who is a part of Nobel Prize winning team, did the apple sampling in the AIH region from 2004 to 2005 and complete a report on air quality. Because in the past, the government just tell the people, yes, you don't worry the environment because we can fix it. We don't care the environment, and we can get a good job, get a lot of money. But he found the air quality in the AIH region, he just did comparable to the air in polluted cities such as New York. He compared air to the New York and the Shanghai, because it's different level. If I think compare air to the Japan, I think it's totally different. The people didn't know what happened, what is the accurate message, because I think the thing about the people, they're just normal people. I think the government have the responsibility to guide the people, find the future, find a good job and something else, you know. I think the normal people, they cannot think about maybe more deep or more far, but the government, they should have this responsibility.
I would say that from an environmentalist view, you would say that you would support that, but from the government, who has to take to the account all the perspective, all the sides, economic, environmental, I don't know, everything, employment, to support its citizens and people. So you could argue that from an environmentalist view, but from the economy, and even even for the people who are living, maybe who are facing the problem, they might need employment rather than a nice environment. Employment might be more important than.
According to your argument, you said Japan's environment is better than Arab. But first of all, you have to know that the Japanese economy is better than Canada. For example, the high-tech technology. Why they have the high-tech technology? Because the government invent a lot of money to improve the education. But if we develop the oil sand, we can get a higher GDP, and the government can receive a lot of money from the tax and the royalty, and then the government can put the money to enhance the education and improve the people's education level, and then every people will start to protect the environment, and our environment will be better.
Okay, I can answer this question. I know the Japan earthquake, and most of Japanese, I have lived in Japan for 6 months. Most of Japanese people's house is made of wood, just like the Canada. You know where the wood is? Most of them come from China. The Japanese people never use the forest to cut the trees and build the house. You know what? Because they protect the environment. They just get the most of salt from our country. This is unfair, you know. But the Japanese government, they know the results. Like the trees, you cut, you use it, and you some energy. They never reborn, so they protect the country's results. You know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I have one question about that. You said Japan has the high technology and high GDP, but New York and Shanghai also have the high GDP and high technology and high education. I don't think it's the problem about it.
Because of for example, New York is a central economic center of the world. Because the dragon is large